Okay, so today it is Fun Friday and I have got a brush set to talk about today. And what I thought I'd do was just a little bit of a kind of like a get ready with me / apply my makeup with this brush set, and we'll just see how it works out together. Alright, so this is the Moda Mythical Pro Makeup Brushes, the 6-piece Star Travel Kit. Let's see. It has all the, you know, typical stuff on it. It says this kit includes precision powder, complexion, crease, shader, angle liner, and a zipper pouch. So it's this whole set plus this little pouch to keep it in. Now, I think the colors on here are pretty, but like for a makeup brush, I don't really care about that kind of stuff. I care about, obviously, the brushes and how they work. So, let's go ahead and get this out. This was $17 at Walmart, where I got these. You've probably already seen that I've been using the complexion brush quite a bit, just trying it out, but I haven't really used any of these. Whoop, almost lost it. I haven't really used any of these other brushes, so I'm just going to do a full face of makeup today, and we'll see how they work together. I think $17 is a really good price for 5 brushes. I think that's actually a really good price. You might be able to get, if you get, what is it? Some BH Cosmetics brushes are really inexpensive like that, but then you have to pay for shipping, which I never like to do if you order them online. The Morphe brushes are inexpensive, a lot of them, but I still think that getting 5 brushes for $17 is still a really good price. It's probably even cheaper than getting individual brushes from Morphe. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start off today by, well, let me just talk about the brushes just real quick. This is the complexion brush. This is the powder brush. What's it called? It says blush on the actual brush, but it's supposed to be a powder brush. It says, what does it say? Precision powder. So I'll use this for powder, but then I'll also try and use it for blush. I don't usually do any kind of contour, but I might just try today to use a little bit of a contour, just a tiny bit, just so we can see how the brush works. Alright, this is the Dome Shadow Brush. This is really, it's a really dense brush. I mean, it's still pretty flexible and not as dense as like a complexion brush, but it might be good if you're interested in having like a small brush for concealer. For me, this would be too small for a concealer brush for me. The angled eyeliner brush, of course, and then this is the crease brush. This has got a little bit of it's not like a fluffy crease brush. I mean, it is fluffy, but it's more of like a pointed crease brush, so we're gonna try that out. And I also thought today I would use the Makeup Revolution Fierce as Fire eyeshadow palette, eyeshadow / highlighter palette, because I have been really liking these shades and have been wearing them a lot. I haven't been brave enough to really venture into those too much, but I gotta go grocery shopping today, so we're gonna do a simple look. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. I have got, this is gonna be an everywhere, all over the place video. Okay, I've got like 3 setting sprays that I want to use up, so we're gonna try and get those used up. Alright. I do actually like this Ulta Beauty Matte Makeup Setting Spray, because I do feel like that it actually makes my makeup go on smoother, and then it actually does kind of keep me matte, it seems like. You know, who knows for sure if the setting sprays are doing what they say they're going to do. Okay, so that's about it that I do for any kind of priming. I don't use primers. It always seems like an extra step that doesn't even ever really work for me. So anyway, okay, so today I'm using the Sleek Life Proof Foundation. I have a full review on this. It's one of the foundations that I did actually end up keeping from the last year's full year of foundation trials. I usually like to apply this with a sponge. And I feel like I've worn it quite a bit because I feel like it's almost gone. And I kind of squeezed out about a pea-sized amount and it's gone. So these brushes kind of do seem like they might be soaking the product up a little bit, because when I use a sponge with this foundation, it's usually really goes quite a ways. And as far as the brush goes, I've used it several times and I do like it. Again, it's a little bit smaller, and I'll show you in just a second. The head on this is a little bit smaller than the Real Techniques brush. What's that called? The Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Sorry if the light's weird. I had to film in here today because our car is in the shop. So alright, so the Expert Face Brush is just a little bit larger. And I've shown this before, but in case you're new, it's a little bit, just a little bit smaller. I don't know if you can see. Not by much. The density is about the same. This one, I feel like it might have a little bit more of a taper. And this one seems more like just round on the top, less taper. But, you know, I think it works really good. I have no complaints about this. And I almost like it a little bit better than this one. This one is my go-to. But I almost like it a little bit better because it is that little tiny bit smaller. Not too small, but it's almost like the perfect size. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use it for concealer as well. And today I'm going to use my Broadway Colors Dark Circle Corrector. It's kind of, I'm going to put a little bit on my hand because I don't want to get too much on my eyes. There we go, perfect. This concealer is $5 at Dollar General stores. It's the only place I've seen it. You can probably order it online, I'm not sure. But it is really good if you have dark circles. It's very moisturizing, so it never looks cakey and it never looks too dry. And I feel like for concealer, this brush is working out really good. I still think I like the Ulta Precision Foundation brush better than this brush. But I do really like this brush for concealer. So if you're in the market for a new foundation brush, this one's good, but again, it comes with the kit, so you'll be getting all of that together. And I've mentioned before, I'm not sure if this is a selling point on this, but it's got the unicorn horn why can't I talk? The unicorn horn handle. I don't really care about that because I am 40 years old and I don't really care about unicorns. I mean, if you're 40 years old and you love unicorns, more power to you. But for me, meh, you know, just not, I mean, because I like frogs, you know. So anyway, the point is, I don't really care about unicorns, so I didn't purchase it for that reason at all. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll use the Precision Powder Brush to powder. This is the way I always do my makeup. If you do your makeup differently, I'm so glad. You don't really have to tell me in the comments how I'm doing it wrong. The world will still be turning if you don't tell me and point out everything you think I'm doing wrong. Okay, so I feel like it's nice for powder, and it's got that pointed tip, so if you did want to be a little bit more precise, then you could just use the tip to set maybe your under eyes or whatever. So if you do that, it might be good for that, but honestly, it's a powder brush, and it's not that special, but you know, it's okay. Alright, so I usually go eyes, and then I usually do complexion, and then eyes, and then cheeks, then lips. So I'm going to go ahead and use today the Fiercest Fire eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to go do my go-to look that I always do with this, and I'm going to go into this lighter shade here. It's a matte, and I'm using the crease brush. These shadows, I like them. Like, I don't know why people are having a big issue or to do with the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palettes. I mean, look, that went on fine. It's not patchy. It is kicking up a little bit of dust with this. I have another brush that I use with this and it never kicks up that much dust. So it does kick up a little bit, but never that much. So this brush is making it kick up a little bit. So it's not patchy. It's blending nice. Like this, I feel like this brush is blending it fine, and it's one of those where it's a pointed crease brush. So you're supposed to just be able to place the brush, place the color, and the bristles and the brush do the work for you. It does the blending for you. So you don't have to work that hard. And I will say that it's working fine. Is it working any better than any other brush I've ever had? No, about the same. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is layer right on top of that this darker brown. And just so we can get a little bit of a tiny bit of a deeper crease. Now you guys, I am not a makeup artist. And you're like, yeah, we can totally tell. No, so I'm never trying to tell anybody how to do their makeup. I'm just showing you how I do mine. So again, I'm sure I'm doing a lot of things wrong, and everybody's an expert on YouTube these days, but again, if I'm doing it wrong, you know, the world will still go on if you don't have to tell me that. Alright, so next I'm going to go ahead and use this shade right here. It's got a little bit of a gold reflect. It's almost like a peachy pink gold reflecty shade right here. Let me give you a little bit of a see. So yeah, that's a really pretty color. And I'm just going to pat that right on my lid with my finger. A lot of that got a little bit more concentrated right at the lash line. I wasn't really looking for that, so let's even that craziness out. There we go. I'm just going to put it all over the whole lid. I don't know, I might deepen up this outer crease. We'll see. I've already been talking for 12 minutes, so let's see if we can do this a little bit quicker, shall we? Now I'm kind of lazy when it comes to makeup, so I have not tried these shadows wet. I'm sure they would be much more reflective and all that kind of stuff if they're wet, but I just don't really care at this point to try it. Alright. These shades are really good for green eyes. They really make them pop. So I'm going to put, oh, I didn't even use my other shadow brush. So I'm going to take the very tip of this brush and I'm going to go ahead and dip it into, I think, just the white shade and do an inner corner highlight. All right. Just really like lightly, not like a bright highlight, just like a little tiny one. I usually don't care for angled liner brushes. I'll use this just so we can kind of get an idea. I'll just put a little bit of this. I feel like this liner brush though is not like it's like bent and like it's really weird, and I've already washed these, so that's just the shape that it's wanting to be, so I'm not really the biggest fan of this angled liner brush. Okay. And since we're running low on time, I'm just gonna take this dome shadow brush just so we can we can use it, and I'm going to dip into the deeper brown, tawny brown, just a little bit, and I'm going to put it just right on the outer, just to deepen that up just a teeny tiny bit. This is like, these brushes are kind of making my shadow get a little dusty. Alright, and then I will take this pointed crease brush again, and I'm going to dip into that white shade again and just do a little bit of a brow highlight. Just a little bit of soft one, soft, gentle one. Alright. My foot's falling asleep. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use the powder brush, powder slash brush, oh, I cannot talk today, blush brush. Alright, and I'm going to use my Luscious Glow Cheek Palette from Arcade by Kiss, or Ruby Kisses, and let's see, I think I'm going to use this peachy blush. Okay, so I do kind of like it. It is really making my powders kick up a lot of dust, though. I do kind of like this for cheeks, though, for a blush. Oh, I guess I probably should have done my contour first, but because I never do contour, forgot all about it. I'll put a little tiny bit of, this contour shade is so dark that I have to be really careful with it anyway, so I'm just going to put a teeny tiny bit just so we can see how the brush works. I feel like it's not blending as well as I would like. I know where I want to put it. Oh, that side's a little bit better. This side's looking really... There we go. I still feel like I've got a little bit of a patch right there. Alright. And then let's go ahead and do the highlight on this. I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm just going to really try and make sure it's cleaned off so I don't get to contour where I want highlight. There we go. So this is kind of like a multitasking brush. You can use it, powder, blush, bronzer, highlight, whatever. Alright, so do you guys really want to see me do my mascara? Just so we can finish the look, make sure the look is finished. Alright, so today I'm going to go ahead and use my Maybelline The Rocket. This is a good one. I've liked this one for a few years. Get my hair out of the way. Although I will have to say, this one isn't making my eyelashes as fluffy as I would like, so... And it's depositing quite a bit of product onto my eyelashes, so I take that back. I do not recommend this one at all. I've worn it so many times before, though. Okay, lower, it looks good on lower lashes. Not upper lashes, but it might just be because some of the product is taken off, so this might be one of those that you need to clean the brush a little bit before you put it on. Now let's see, do I have anything that's going to fix this mess? Let's try this one to kind of clean up these eyelashes a little bit. I don't have a tissue or anything to... There we go. That's helping a little bit. Yeah, this one's a good one. Alright, this one is the Defining Waterproof Mascara from Broadway Colors again. Really good. I like that one. Okay. Done. Let's see. Do I even have a lip today? I might not even have a lip. Let me just check. I'm the most unprepared. Here we go. This is the Stay Satin liquid lip color from Rimmel. It might not work. Oh, it's okay. do a little bit of brows. Oh, 20 minutes in. Sorry you guys, this is so long. I'm almost done though. And we'll talk about these brushes. Little tiny bit of brows. I try to leave my brows as natural as I can. Okay, so there's the final look. I'm going to go ahead and take this powder brush and I'm just going to go over my eyebrow highlight a little bit because I feel like it's a little too much. And I'm going to take that crease brush, actually this dome brush I think, and right here, just blend that off a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so the brushes. I do really like this complexion brush. I think it's, of the whole set, this is my favorite brush. I like the shape of it, I like the size of it, it's really good. I think we all kind of know my thoughts on that. Again, this also comes with the zipper pouch to carry them in. So if you're looking for a set of brushes, I don't think this is the worst set. I don't like this. This was actually, not only is the brush like bent and weird shaped, but it was kind of hard underneath my eye and it was just not very comfortable to use. Crease brush is fine, nothing to write home about, but it was good, it was fine. This shadow dense, it's pretty dense and it's pretty big and fluffy, so it says it's a domed shadow brush. I don't know what you would, I guess if the shape is what you're looking for, then this is fine. They're all really soft, so I don't have any complaints there. Powder brush was nice. If you're looking for like a multitasking brush, this might be nice. On the whole, I think this is a pretty average brush set. It's nothing that I'm going to be jumping up and down over, but it's not bad and I can't take anything away from it except for this brush was not good. I did not like it. So again, $17 at Walmart I think is a really good price. But on the whole, it's okay. If you're looking for a brush set, this isn't the worst one that I've ever tried. The brushes are pretty, the colors are pretty. They fit nicely in a brush holder because they're so pointy. And I do like that the handles are actually long. I think that's helpful when you're applying colors to your face. I think that actually gives you a little bit more leverage or less leverage as you need it. So it's a good option to have. As for the pouch, it's a nice little set that comes with the pouch. So, okay, not bad at all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.